You tell yourself you're fine without her, but your phone stays face up, just in case. You don't say it, but the silence feels heavier with each passing minute. Every time you hear the soft vibration of your phone, a small part of you hopes it's her. Hopes that the void she left behind will fill, just for a second. You try to ignore the nagging thought, but it clings to you like a shadow, refusing to fade. There's an art to this, isn't there? The delicate dance of pretending you don't care. You don't text first, even though you've typed her name more times than you care to admit. You don't call, even though you ache to hear her voice. But you know, deep down, that this silence, the one you've carefully constructed, is the only thing that keeps the game alive. You tell yourself you're stronger than this, that you won't fall back into the same pattern. But there's a part of you, buried beneath the layers of pride and control, that craves the moment she notices the distance between you, the moment she feels it too, and then it happens. That text she never sent. You watch her status, the way she lingers online for just a second too long before disappearing. It's not the message you were hoping for, but it's a signal, an admission without words. She's wondering. And the worst part? You're doing the same. That sweet ache, the pull of her absence, it's real now. More real than anything you felt in weeks. You try to shake it off, but it's a presence you can't outrun. The moments between you stretch like an eternity. Silence becomes louder than words. You see her face in everything, even when she's not there. In the way the wind rustles through the trees, in the empty space next to you, in the way you breathe just a little heavier when her name crosses your mind. You tell yourself that it's fine, that you're in control, but the truth is, you're letting the absence shape you. She doesn't know this side of you, the one who wears detachment like armor but secretly trembles at the thought of her slipping away for good. It's a game, yes, a dangerous one. But every second that goes by without her reaching out, without her voice breaking the silence, it feels like a small victory for you. You've controlled the distance, but what if you've made her miss you without even trying? And just as the thought crosses your mind, you hear it. A notification. The tiniest flicker of hope. You reach for your phone instinctively, your heart betraying you. But it's not her. It never is. Not yet. The ache deepens, but you don't dare let it show. Not now. Not yet. Subscribe for the truths you're too afraid to say aloud. Because the pain, the regret, it's not something you can just shake off, and neither can she. But here's the truth you won't admit to yourself. Every moment that passes without you in her world, without her feeling that ache, it might be the moment she begins to forget. You thought you could control it. You told yourself that this silence, this distance, was just a test of strength, of self-control. But with each passing hour, with each empty space where her voice used to be, the lines between what you want and what you need blur. You begin to wonder if she's testing you too, if she's waiting for you to break. But the worst part? You can't even be sure anymore. You remember the way she looked at you, that quiet hunger in her eyes, as if there were more she wanted to say, but couldn't. But now, those moments seem like an eternity ago. Now, it's all about the void, the emptiness she's left behind. You haven't seen her in days, you've heard nothing from her, but you know, deep in your chest, that every second without her is like a slow burn. There's a part of you that wants to rush forward, to fill the silence with desperate words, but you can't. You won't. You tell yourself that. And yet, when you close your eyes, you can still feel the weight of her presence beside you. It haunts you in the quiet hours. It calls to you in the deepest corners of your thoughts. You tell yourself you've moved on. You act like you've let her go. But the smallest reminders, the things she left behind, the unfinished conversations, the words unsaid, are all that keeps you tethered to her. You're not moving on. Not really. You're just holding on in the only way you know how. By pretending. She's not here, but you know, she's thinking of you. You feel it. That fleeting thought, that brief moment where she wonders if you're doing the same. If she too is letting the silence speak louder than words, but the question remains, who will reach out first? Will she, or will you? There's a power in waiting. You know this. The space between you has become a battlefield, and every move you don't make is a move of control. You don't need to beg. You don't need to apologize. You don't need to fill the air with your words. But the tension, the anticipation, it begins to swallow you whole. How long can you endure this game? How long can you live in the space between desire and indifference? It's unbearable now. The silence, the absence, the what-ifs. Your body aches with it. You try to focus on other things, but she's there in everything. Every thought, every sound, every piece of you. You can't escape it. And just when you think you've conquered it, when you think the distance is enough to make her want you again, something shifts. You catch her eyes across the room, or maybe it's just a glimpse of her name on your screen. It's all the same. The moment of contact, brief, fleeting, like a whisper in the dark. But it hits you harder than you ever imagined. It's the tiniest thing, a fleeting moment that says everything and yet nothing at all. Does she miss you? Or is she simply trapped in the same dance of silence, pretending to be fine without you? You don't reach out. You don't text. Not yet. Not now. The game continues. But the truth is, the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. The more the silence consumes you, and with every passing minute, the fear settles in. What if she's moving on? What if she's already forgotten? And then, the most dangerous question of all, what if you've already lost her? The moments grow longer, stretching like endless roads in the night. You can feel your heart pulling in opposite directions. One side, the calm and the control, the power of waiting, the control of silence. The other side, the longing, the ache that grips you deeper than you ever expected. You tell yourself it's not worth it, that you don't need her to complete you, to make you feel whole again. But that's the thing about desire. It doesn't follow logic. It doesn't care about what you think you can handle. It only cares about what you crave when no one's looking. And now, you're caught between two worlds. The one where you stand tall, pretending to be untouchable, and the one where her absence claws at your insides. Her name dances in your mind like a forbidden thought, a quiet obsession that you can't escape. You try to focus on your work, on the things that fill your day, but her presence, her absence, is a shadow that follows you into everything. You tell yourself that you don't need her validation, but the truth is, you crave it more than you care to admit. You crave the way she used to look at you, the way her eyes softened when she was near you, the way her voice, when she whispered your name, felt like the only thing in the world that mattered. But now you're left in the dark, grasping at memories that slip through your fingers like smoke. You wonder if she feels it too. That desire, that pull. The space between you both is becoming something more, something dangerous. And the worst part? Neither of you will admit it. You haven't heard from her. Not in days, maybe longer. And still, you wait. You hold back, even though your fingers itch to reach out. You know you could call her, send that message, take the first step, but you won't. Not yet, not now, because the silence, the absence, it's the only thing that keeps you in control. But what if she's playing the same game? What if she's waiting, just like you? What if she's sitting in her room, staring at her phone, wondering if you're thinking about her? It's a thought that both comforts and tortures you. The power shifts now, and the question lies in the space between you. Who will break first? Who will fill the silence? Who will make the first move? There's something intoxicating about this, about the control. The way the space between you two has become a weapon, each of you too proud to be the one to shatter the silence. But pride isn't forever, is it? It crumbles when desire grows stronger than the walls we build around ourselves, and slowly, you feel it happening. You feel the walls start to crack. The fear of losing her is real. The fear of being forgotten. The fear that maybe, just maybe, the connection you once had is slipping away, and you can't do anything to stop it. You've been here before, haven't you? that feeling of losing something you never thought you'd lose. And yet, you hold your ground. You wait. You don't reach for your phone. You don't text. You don't call. But with every tick of the clock, with every minute that passes, the grip of desire tightens. The fear begins to take root. What if you've already missed your chance? The longer you wait, the more unbearable it becomes. The longing, the desire, the fear, all mix into one heavy knot inside you. It's only a matter of time before one of you reaches out. The question is, who will make the first move? And when that moment comes, will it even matter? You've spent days wrapped in this tension, waiting. The silence has become suffocating, and yet you hold your ground, as if it's some kind of unspoken contest. But deep down, you know it's no longer a game. It's become a battle, a war of emotions, and you're standing at the edge of something inevitable. Your thoughts of her have taken over, creeping into every quiet moment. When you wake up in the morning, her absence lingers in the cold space beside you. When you lie in bed at night, it's her face that appears in the darkness, a specter you can't escape. The silence between you two is louder now than any conversation you ever had, and you know, deep down, that you're both drowning in it, but neither of you has the courage to admit it. You've done everything to keep your distance. Every word you didn't say, every call you didn't make, was meant to keep you in control. You told yourself this was the way to make her miss you, to make her feel the weight of your absence. But now, that absence feels like a double-edged sword. You're afraid that you've made a mistake, afraid that this silence, the one you thought would pull her closer, might be the very thing that pushes her away. But you won't show it. You won't let her see the fear in your eyes. You won't let her know that beneath all the silence and the carefully constructed indifference, you're on the edge of breaking. You want to believe that you're strong enough to walk away, that you can forget her. But every time you try to let her go, she slips through your fingers like sand. And then it happens. You see her. In a crowded room, or maybe just on your screen, a fleeting glance, a moment where your eyes lock. It's like a jolt to your chest. That electric spark that shoots through you when you realize she's still there. Still in your orbit. Still somewhere in your world. But it's not enough. Not yet. Because now you've created a new kind of dance. A more dangerous one. She looks at you with those eyes that used to be full of warmth. And for a second, you feel like she's just as lost in this as you are. She's still wondering, still caught in the web of what-ifs, just like you. But there's something different now. The tension has shifted. It's no longer about proving who has control. It's no longer about who will make the first move. Now, it's about the fear of what happens when one of you finally reaches out. What if it's too late? What if the other has already moved on? You can feel it in the air. That unspoken question, that fragile thread that keeps you connected. And you wonder, just for a second, if you could let go. Let the silence be your final goodbye. Or if you're both just too terrified to end it. But you're not ready yet. Not ready to let this go. Not when you're still dangling on the edge of something more, something unfinished. The ache in your chest grows, but it's a kind of ache that feels almost necessary now. Like it's a part of you. The tension is unbearable. The need for her, the pull of the absence, the way her presence in your life still feels like a ghost in the room. It's almost too much. And yet, you wait. You hold back. You tell yourself that you'll wait until the moment is right, but deep down, you know, it will never feel right again. It's too late now. There's no turning back. The silence is no longer just silence. It's become an entity, a presence that fills every room, every thought, every breath. And now it's too much to bear. The tension, the longing, the fear, it's all been building to this point. You can feel it in your chest, in the hollow places where her memory lingers. Every unspoken word, every unfinished sentence, every unacknowledged look, it all swirls around you like a storm, waiting for someone to break free from the chaos. But it's not you who makes the first move. Not yet. Not now. You stand there, on the precipice, staring into the abyss of what could be and what was. You're not sure when the game ended, when the power shifted. All you know is that you're at a crossroads now, one where each choice feels like a final one. The space between you is too wide, too vast, but at the same time, it's suffocating. It's pulling you in, dragging you toward something you don't understand. And then, it happens. That moment, the one you've both been waiting for but never daring to reach for. It's not a message, not a call. It's just the weight of her absence, the weight of your desire, the weight of the silence you've created, all pressing down on you until you can no longer deny it. The distance, the longing, the ache. It's not about control anymore. It's about the truth you've both been hiding from. The truth that, deep inside, you've always known. You've always wanted each other. And the silence, the space, the distance, it's all been a mask. A mask you've worn because you were too afraid to face what was underneath. Now, as you stand on the edge, you feel it. The undeniable truth, the yearning, the need, the desire, it's all tangled up with regret, with the fear that this might be the last time you feel this way, the last time you feel connected to her, in any way, at all. And it's in this moment of complete and utter vulnerability, that you finally realize you're no longer in control. The desire, the power dynamics, the control, you've let it slip through your fingers like water. And now, all that's left is the raw, unfiltered truth. You miss her. You always have. But it's too late now. There's nothing left to say, no words left to speak. The silence has consumed you both, and in that silence, everything is undone. You're both standing there, lost in the space you've created, afraid to make the first move. And maybe, just maybe, you'll never speak again. Maybe the silence will be the last thing between you. But it doesn't matter anymore, because you'll never forget her, and she'll never forget you. And somewhere, deep down, you both know that. This was the end of your story. But the silence, it lingers. Forever.